Hey guys, this is fucking hilarious. So it's the 40th anniversary of the Camp David Peace Accords, and I'm sending emails. I think I've sent like 30 of them so far. Check this out. Imagine you're a rabbi and you get this shit. Rabbi Beyer, my name is James Denke, and I'm both a teacher and businessman from Dallas, Texas. On March 13, 2018, at 10:57 a.m. Central Time, I had a direct experience with God. It lasted 90 seconds and dropped me to my knees. I recorded the final portion of the event and my reaction to it. I now know for a fact that there is a God because I learned one thing from him that morning. We are all alone in the universe. Life only exists on Earth. In the weeks following the powerful event, I spent time researching psychological, historical, and religious texts, and I finally found one to match my experience: Moses in the burning bush. He claimed it burned without burning. I believe if he were alive in 2018, he would say that it pixelated, which is how I describe what I experienced when I looked through the doorway of my burning bathroom. At 35 years old, I'd never had a sensation like that before, nor have I had one since. Afterward, using the 10 Commandments of Moses, I posted a public confession of most sins I'd committed in my life to social media. I was ridiculed online for doing so. I then recruited 32 other people to do the same thing. Most were homeless or addicts with nothing to lose. In July, as I remembered more and more of my sins throughout my life, I continued to post follow-up confessions, and then something happened. I was able to take full breaths despite being a smoker for 21 years. I then contacted a 19-year-old who participated in the experiment because I remembered he's had asthma since childhood, typically suffering from a weekly attack. His inhaler cost average $175 per month, yet the asthma attack that he had was a week prior to posting his confession to social media. This was over 5 months ago. Another participant addicted to heroin reported sobriety for the first time in years. He also noted other improvements. The method subsequently cured a common cold, sore throat, depression, anxiety, and early-stage schizophrenia. I have video footage of the confessions and interviews privately posted to YouTube. Also, I experienced a sore throat and cold since then, and upon uploading a new video where I identified which of the 10 Commandments I'd recently broken and how, both went away within minutes. It's my belief that Moses was a real person, and this method is how he maintained his health and strength until 120. It also confirms that the 10 Commandments of the Torah, combined with public confession of an individual's specific acts of sin, can heal the above-mentioned illnesses and most likely more. I am ready to present the research and video footage to members of the Jewish faith. I would also like to broaden this statistical study of sin. This is fucking great. And its effects on health. Next, targeting terminal adult cancer victims. My hope is that you can help me identify terminal stage cancer patients for immediate study, people who have no other options and would be willing to test this method. You can also run an internal study within your congregation to maintain privacy. You'll simply need some coaching as how to administer the technique. I apologize for reaching out to you on the day before a holiday. However, aside from being the eve of Yom Kippur, today marks the 40th anniversary of the Camp David Peace Accords, similar to the 40 years of exile that Moses spent wandering the desert. Today could mark the beginning of a global statistical study which could end disease and, given the fact that we're all alone in the universe, should ultimately lead to a global peace deal. Here are some examples of the footage. And I include Evan before and then after, me and Trent, our lung follow-up. You can see that's us. And then as human beings, it is our duty to first understand and then distribute this message to the world. Moses' 613 mitzvahs were a 1300 BC expression of those 10 commandments, and it's also our duty to see how those apply statistically in 2018. Do you know anyone with either mental or physical illness who might help test this method? James R. Denke, and then my phone number. I love it. That's great. So I'm sending this out to a shitload of people. And we'll see what they have to say. If anything, I'm going to hit every fucking rabbi in New York City. My background is also sales, which means that I understand it's a numbers game. Hook one person, get in front of a group, and this whole thing fucking falls like dominoes. And if I don't, well then, natural disaster kicks in, we all die.